Hi everyone, this is Lori here from Lori Hooks. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So today's video is my Yarny catch-up to talk about what knit and crochet projects I've been up to. I do try to do this video weekly. I did actually do last week's video, it just never got posted. So we're going to talk about everything for the last 2 weeks. So let's start with my finished object. So I finished the second of my pair of socks. So this was the first one, and this is the second one. Because I color controlled, I did pretty good. And the way that I can tell the first sock from the second sock is when I got to the end of the second sock, because this is a cuff down, you can see there's something going on here with the pattern. And what happened was this pink row here, there was a knot, and the knot was loose. I took the knot out, knitted the end in, and just continued on. I honestly did not pay attention at all. Got the sock all finished, put it on my foot, and went, huh, the toes are different. As you can see in the pattern of the yarn, most places it's pink. You have this section of blue, another section with pink, and then it goes to black. So in this one, they skipped the blue. They went from pink back to the pink and then to the black. They didn't go on with the blue. So because of that, the toes ended up different. Funny when you try to color control and it doesn't work out, but otherwise they look very good. They look very equal. I'm very happy with the outcome of these socks. These are Hermiones Everyday Socks by Dreams and Fiber, and the pattern is written by Erica Luder, and I did print it out. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. I will link it in the description box below. It is an pretty easy pattern. It's a four row repeat. I did not do the heel and the toe in the pattern. I used Crazy Sock Ladies. Sorry, my dog is chewing on her leg, if you can hear that. I use Crazy Sock Ladies heel and toe. I'm a new knitter. This was my second pair of socks, so you know, I was continuing with what I know. And I do still have, as a new knitter, some trouble reading patterns. I did actually try to do the heel that was in this pattern, but I was having trouble with how the pattern, it's probably not how the pattern's written, it's me, that I didn't understand the pattern, so I just did Crazy Sock Ladies heel and toe instead. So I finished almost all the socks while I was visiting my parents, not last weekend, the weekend before. We went to see them for the weekend, my husband and I and our daughter and the dog. We went to see them, and I brought some mindless projects with me to work on. So I worked on these until I was to the toe, and then I brought them home to finish them because I knew I would have to think about that part because I'm a new knitter and a new sock knitter. So everything, you know, I tend to have to go back to the videos for things to learn how to do it or whatever. So anyways, so the socks are done. I'm very happy with them. I did originally think that I was going to make these for myself. I had sized them based on them being for me, but they are a little too small. So I used where did the yarn go? The yarn I used is this online super sock. They call this black color. And it is 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. I got this at a local yarn shop to me a little while ago. I talked a lot about that in that video. So these, where was I going with this? Oh, so in terms of sizing, these did not fit. They do fit me, but they're a little tight. My daughter tried them on. They are a tiny bit big for her, but not bad. She's very small, petite, like I wear a size 9. She's very small, petite, so she's got skinny feet, and she only wears about a size 7. They are a tiny bit too big for her. My mom tried them on, well, she tried the first sock that I had finished when I was visiting them, and it fits her perfectly. So I have some notes on how to make socks for my mom now, because I originally first offered these to my daughter. They will be going to her because I already promised them to her. So that is my completed item, my socks. And I'm very proud of them, very happy with them. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Next item I've been working on. Let's get this put aside. I started this while I was visiting my parents. And it is the Annie's Love to Crochet Stitch Sampler Carryall. This is the front of the pattern and what the bag looks like. So I subscribe to the Annie's Love to Crochet kits. They send me a kit every month. I've had this kit since June, probably. So I got started on it just before I left my parents' house, did a couple rows. I'm not really sure why they call this a Stitch Sampler Carryall, because it is all single crochets, and this row right in the middle here are berry stitches. Other than that, the entire thing is single crochets. And I'll show you what I've got done so far. So I am about halfway done the body of the bag. I'm in the middle of that berry stitch row, right in the middle of it. So I'm almost exactly halfway done because the top half is symmetrical to the bottom. So it is an enjoyable pattern to work on, but it doesn't work up that fast because you do these constant color changes, and like a row like this that's solid compared to a row like this that's got color changes in it. The color change rows take me about twice as long as a solid row does like this. The knit crochet hook, I'm using the recommended crochet hook, which is a 2.75 millimeter. I am using my clover hook, which are these, and my tulips are my favorite. I did not mention these socks. I use 2.25 circular 9-inch circular knitting needles to create those. As I said, this stitch sampler bag is the 2.75, and the yarn that they gave me in the kit is this Annie's Knit Club's 100% cotton 3-weight yarn, and it came with these colors. So I'm working these two colors together right now because I'm doing the row of baubles, and these are the other 3 colors that it came with. It's 100% cotton, so it's a tiny bit splitty. It's not bad though. It's nice soft. It's soft yarn for 100% cotton. It's very nice. And I like the pattern so far. It's fun to work up. It's just not fast if you're looking for something fast, and the stitches are pretty small because of the small crochet hook. So that is the Annie's Stitch Sampler Carryall. What else have I been working on? I started these socks and I showed them in my last video. And sorry, I keep everything in my chair next to me, and it's just like a chair full of yarn and projects and craziness all the time. And I've gotten this one tangled up in this yarn. Okay, got it untangled. So I started another pair of socks just before I left to go to my parents, a couple days before, and I showed them to you. The last time I showed you, I think it was just like halfway through the cuff. So I just finished the heel yesterday. And I tried a different heel this time. I think this is called, I think it's called a German short row heel, or it's just maybe a short row heel. I need to look at the difference between the German one and the other one. But I decided to try a different heel this time. This one was faster and easier for me to work up because you don't have to pick up stitches. So yeah, that's where these are at so far. This time I decided to use a 2.5 millimeter knitting needle in hopes that these ones can be for me. And the yarn that I'm using is this Mary Maxim Bamboo Stripes. It is, I believe it's 50% wool. Yeah, it's 50% superwash wool, 25% nylon, 25% bamboo. And this is a 100 gram, 437 yard skein, and the color on this is Coral Reef. It's very nice, soft sock yarn, very nice to work with. So I'm really enjoying working with this and working on my socks, and that is them so far. I like the color, I like the striping. We'll see if I'm going to try to color control these when I get to the second one, but that's where I'm at with my first sock of the pair. What else have I been doing? Oh, so I haven't worked on this one at all this week, but I was saying in my last video that I bought a pattern first to start on Christmas items. So I will include a picture here with what these look like. So they are, it is a amigurumi elf head, Santa head, and reindeer head, as well as there's a cake in there. They call it a cake. When I purchased the pattern, I thought they could be used as tree decorations. I did not look at the finish size. And then once I started reading the pattern, I see the finish size is between 11 and 14 centimeters, which seems a little bit, excuse me, large for a tree ornament, but we'll see when we're finished how I feel about them and what I decide to do with them. I'll probably just gift them all, or most of them. So far I have finished his head, and I have 2 ears here. I need to finish sewing them on. I have his nose done and it's sewn on. So I need to get finished sewing these on, and you embroider his mouth, and he's got some freckles. So I need to do that and then get started on the hat. My daughter convinced me to do the elf first, even though it was it was the hardest looking one, but that was her one she liked the most. So the yarn for this that I'm using is Sheepy's Katona. And the colors that I'm using is 255, which is shell for the skin tone. And for the hat, I didn't write down the color names, but the green is color number 412. The red is color number 115. The white is color number 106, which is Snow White. And I do have a new one of these in my stash. I just need to dig it out. And the hook that I'm using for this is my 2.2 millimeter tulip hook. I usually use either a 2.2 or a 2.5 millimeter for this yarn. I used the smaller hook first of all because I couldn't find my 2.5 at the time. Found it since then. But the other reason is that I was trying to get these as small as possible. Not that I think the difference in the hook size is going to make much difference. I didn't print it. It's a paid for pattern. I will link it in the description box below. I didn't print this one out, so because I didn't print it, I haven't really been working on it because like Like I've worked on it a couple days when I've had my computer sitting here to read the pattern while I'm working, but I do find it, I should have printed it out because I haven't been working on it that much because of it. The way that the format that the pattern's in, it's like pages and pages and pages long, and it's got lots of pictures, which is really nice. But I do like it when they write the pattern in such a way that I can just print out the text and not the pictures, because I don't like wasting my ink on pictures when I can just look at them on the computer. So that is my Christmas items started, and I dropped my crochet hook. I'll have to dig it back up here afterwards. So that is that. So I think that's everything that I've been working on for the last 2 weeks. In my acquisition video, I will talk about one of my other items that I was in a decision process in, so I will get back to that on that video, which I'm going to record right after this one. So it'll be the same outfit, different subject. And I think that is it for now. So, yeah. So thanks for spending time with me today. If you'd like to tell me what you're up to, I'd love to hear about it in the description box below. I mean, if you'd like to comment about it below, I'd love to hear from you. I will have the links for the patterns in the description box below for what I can link. And yeah. So thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, if you like to like it, I like that because it helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love that as well. And I will see you next time on Lori Hooks. Bye, everyone.